Hey guys, we've got today with us Dr. Sheetal Khanka. She is an associate professor at University of Petroleum. So, hi Sheetal.
Hi.
What's up?
Oh, well, great to be here.
Okay. I'm just going to be asking you a few questions just to discover a bit of life, right? So,
Right.
my first question to you is, what do you think is happiness? And is there actually any concept of happiness as such?
Um, Anshu, this is a very interesting question because this question many people have tried to answer, not only the saints from Himalayas and Kashi, but also leaders from across the globe have tried to unearth that, what makes people happy and are happy employees the best employees. And I have had my own, stint with understanding happiness. What I've
Mhm.
understood so far is happiness is actually an energy. So, once more answering the question, happiness for me is the energy that people have.
Mhm.
When you do things with a happy energy, you are enjoying the process, you're enjoying the entire experience, and then the
Mhm.
results are also good.
Mhm.
And on the contrary, when you are not so happy about certain things, your energies show. So, according to me, and what I truly believe is happiness is equal to energy. So, when you have a
Okay.
positive, exuberant energy inside
Mhm.
you, that's happiness. And yes, I believe that there is something called happiness. Absolutely.
Okay. Why do you think people get unhappy or like get vibes of negative energy, as you say? What happens to them that they attract those kind of energy, negative ones?
Negative. Yeah. Um, that there can be many reasons why people become unhappy, but
Mhm.
I believe that one of the profound reason for becoming unhappy is not finding purpose of what you are doing. If you're doing something which doesn't have purpose and which doesn't link to your vision of who you are, I think that thing will never give you any happiness. And if you are if you have to do things that you would rather not do and you don't find purpose in it, you will do it with a lot of unhappy energy.
Okay. So you mean to say people actually don't know what they should do and they're doing something which they actually don't want to, which is like inviting unhappiness in their lives, right?
I believe I would just rephrase it that, when you are doing something that you do not find value in,
Right.
and you're still doing it because
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay the bills at the end of the month, or because you've been tortured to do it, or because you don't know what else to do with your time, you're
Mm-hmm.
unhappy. Your energy is unhappy energy.
Okay. So what would you say could be the possible secret to happiness? I mean,
Find out your calling, what is important, what where you can contribute. So it's not like, many people confuse happiness with being comfortable.
right.
You can be really happy in an uncomfortable situation, so don't look for comfort, but look for your calling and contribute. You can only be happy when you contribute. So that's my advice.
Okay. So you believe if people start contributing in any way, they would lead a much better and happier life, right?
That's what I believe truly, that when you contribute, you're happier.
Uh-huh. Okay. So coming back to you, what makes you happy and what doesn't?
There are a lot of things that make me happy, and
Uh-huh.
it has changed in the life cycle that I have been. So when I was younger, what made me happy was, accomplishing certain tasks and, completing a job in hand quickly, or the spending time with family and friends. This has not changed, but in my happiness basket, there are other things add up professionally. When I do certain things which add up to the change in a positive way in the organization, I know that I'm doing something for the future of the organization. That makes me very
Mhm.
happy. When I work with people who are committed towards a brighter organization, a better country, it makes me really happy. On a personal field, I find immense happiness in deciding about the future of my kids, and talking about, planning about our future with my husband, and basically working towards that. So these are certain things which make me really happy. But what also makes me happy is a cool cup of coffee in morning in my garden. That's also what gives me a lot of happiness.
Wow, that's really nice. And what drives you crazy, and what makes you unhappy?
Sorry,
What exactly drives you crazy and makes you unhappy?
I am not getting your question. You have to repeat and go
I
slow,
said,
please.
okay. I said, what actually drives you crazy and makes you unhappy as well?
uh Lack of sleep.
Okay.
Any day. That I would say that if everything is going great, but if I'm feeling tired inside,
Hmm.
then I would not really be up for any challenges. So it's very important to me to be well rested. I think it's there for everybody. Being
Hmm.
okay in health. A small dumb pain in your head can also pull you back from carrying the routine tasks and not doing it with proper precision. That really makes me unhappy. Any day where the health is not with me, and I feel like just sitting and not working out with the full potential, I feel that's the day that's really been wasted.
Okay. So, as your professor, so you've been working around people a lot. So, what have you noticed in your career that people who you come across, majority of them are leading actually a happy life or like a sadder life?
um, I find students very happy. They have very
Okay.
contagious happiness energy around them, and
Uh-huh.
I think I'm fortunate to work in a profession to work with so many young people.
Hmm.
So when I work with them and when I'm taking a class and the class is going really good and they're understanding the concepts, immediately I come to know about that with their movements and their nonverbal behavior, that this is going
Hmm.
great. And it's so contagious that after a 90 minutes of a class, I actually feel more energized than I was before. So that's a great plus of being a professor and being able to speak to students who are always high on energy. But
Hmm.
notwithstanding class, no class, when I see faculty and staff members, somebody who really loves the job, you kind of come to know about it when you
Okay.
work with them. They have this
Yeah.
energy, and
Hmm.
that's also quite contagious. So I think it's something that you can't hide. If you are a happy and energized person, a positive person, you show it off.
Okay. That's great. Now, suppose there are, really depressed people around you with long face and maybe listening to sad music and stuff like that. To these people, what would be your one secret mantra that they could, do it and attain some kind of happiness or move, maybe, move towards or move on the journey of happiness?
Depression is a serious thing. It's not something that can be solved with one quote from somebody. And if there's anybody who's depressed, the best thing is to see a counselor. That's
Okay.
And it's not also something that you should postpone, because not many people are going to tell you that. So if
Hmm.
there are people depressed and they feel that they lack energy, it is best to see a counselor and a physician, because there are chemicals that can help you, and at some stage there are only chemicals that can help you, and later you can take care by routine and by maintaining a proper routine. um, so I would tell people to not take this very light, and just not say, if you're there too many downs and in life, and you're feeling low for a considerable duration of time, and it's actually hampering your day-to-day operations, it's just time to see a counselor. If it's a one time thing, it is happening to you, and then you know that you'll move on, then I would say that breathe and take your time and analyze situation and try to find out what it is trying to teach you, and
Okay.
come out as a winner. It's important to be
Wow.
unhappy also, right? But it's
Hmm.
important to understand that what is this unhappiness trying to teach you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. This counseling that you mentioned, it's a very Western sort of concept, not still very like idealized, as I should say, in a country like India. And people generally, men, women, children, youth, they get into phases, right? They get into some sort of trouble, and then they think that, oh, I'm low, I have low energy, and I'm not able to do anything. Now, such people going to counseling, I don't think they would do that. But what could be something that they could do from your life experience? You must have gone through pretty many ups and lows in life. So, what did you do to get out of it? I mean,
Take a walk,
wow,
keep
as simple
walking.
as that. That's great.
Yeah,
Cool. Thank
take
you
a
very
walk.
much. Yeah.
Thanks, Anshu. Wish you all the success.
Oh, thank you very much. It was great talking. All the best.
Same here. Bye.
Bye bye.